Nearly 20 people are feared dead after a migrant boat capsized in the Mediterranean Sea off the coast of Libya. Officials say more than 80 people were rescued Thursday in the second such incident in 2 days. The Italian Navy is credited with rescuing hundreds of passengers from an overturned shipwreck, also off Libya's coast. The Italians confirmed that 5 people were found dead.
Capsized because, first of all, was overcrowded, was taking in water. There was a leak, so there was a leakage, water going into the hull, and too many people on board. Too many people on board that were scared. They were not sitting, they were not listening, they were simply scared for their life.
Well, meanwhile, Greek authorities say they have completed the evacuation of Idomeni, the country's biggest informal refugee and migrant camp on the Macedonian border. Greek police say nearly 800 people were transported by bus to official shelters in other parts of northern Greece. Now, for the latest on the migrant crisis, journalist Josephine McKenna joins me live via Skype from Rome. Welcome, Josephine.
Thanks very much.
Yes,
Great to be here.
Yes, we hear that, up to 10,000 people rescued in the just last few days. What is the latest today?
Well, today was a bit quieter, but the previous 2 days were very intense. There were 22 operations just yesterday, 4,000 people rescued in 1 day in what's called the Sicilian Canal between Sicily and Libya. And as you mentioned, Vincent, there were some very dramatic scenes when boats overturned and people panicked in very overcrowded situations. 5 victims on Wednesday and another 20 disappeared yesterday, and probably a lot more that are unaccounted for.
Tell us a little bit about unaccompanied children and others who have lost their parents on those boats.
There is a lot of concern because we're seeing an increase in the number of children travelling without their parents. Some of them have been victims of these disasters. And one of them that has really captured the hearts of Italians in the last 2 days is a little baby from Nigeria called Favor. She's only 9 months old. Her mother died tragically in one of the disasters this week. She was taken to the island of Lampedusa where she was treated, fed and given some medical treatment. Today she's been flown to Palermo, and there's been this outpouring across Italy from people who want to adopt her, and even the doctor who took care of her on Lampedusa said he was really touched by how affectionate she was, and he wanted to take her home, but he already has some children. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to her. A very sad case indeed.
Yeah. Really touching. Now, very quickly, this wave of migrants trying to cross, of course, is expected to continue. What is the reaction in Italy?
There's a very mixed reaction. The right-wing anti-immigrant Northern League is opposed to this wave of immigration, opposed to Italy being so welcoming. But today, the Interior Minister, Angelino Alfano, hit back and said, "Do you want me to be a murderer? My job is to welcome these people and ensure that no human lives are lost." And that's very much the feeling from the Italian Navy and the Italian Coastguard and the boats that are also taking part from the European Union in these exercises.
Josephine, thank you very much for your reporting.
Thanks, Vincent.
Reporter Josephine McKenna joining us live via Skype from Rome.